Hey everyone, Journeyman here, and welcome back to my Championship Manager 2001-2002 save with Manchester City. So, I'm not sure if this is recording. I, for the love of God, hope this is recording. I'm pretty much at wit's end with my recording software right now. I am using Action Morales, usually a pretty dependable software program to record your gameplay, and I'm playing this on Windows 10, and for some reason it's not letting me record like I usually would. So on the top right hand corner I have a little, it's called a HUD. Basically it tells me about frame rates and about like how long the video has been going for, that kind of thing, and it doesn't update until I click to another window. So it's all very strange, it's all very bizarre. I don't know what's going on, and honestly I'm about wit's end with it. So speaking of technical errors, I still haven't worked out the problem with the save right now. I did get some help. Hopefully, I'll fix it in the near future. But for right now, we're still having the same issue regarding saving the game. So anyway, coming up in today's episode, obviously we have some games. We've got Blackburn, West Ham, Colchester in the FA Cup, and then Chelsea. So, all right, let's get the team real quick. And I got a few cheeky bids in for some players. Let's go check out some of those transfers, actually. As of right now, these are transfers coming in and out of the club. So, Paul Ritchie is going to Leicester at the end of the season. Han Huckabee's going to Nottingham Forest. Yusuf Hirsi's coming in from Ajax. I'm waiting on a work permit here for Marcos for £8 million. Now, I'm almost second guessing signing this guy for £8 million. It's a lot of money, and he doesn't really seem that good. I mean, he's been highly recommended by you guys in the chat, but I'm not sure about him. I really am not. I mean, possibly because he's conceded 76 goals last season. A good average rating despite conceding 76 goals. But it's still not promising. I'm trying to sign Isaac Okaranko as well on a freebie at the end of the year on Bosman. And I'm also trying to bring in Landon Donovan. I have reached his minimum fee release clause, and he will be an excellent addition to the side. Anyway, so going into today's game up against Blackburn away from home. Take a look at the Blackburn squad. Just real quick, star player is John Curtis. Honestly, it's not said very often, is it? He's got 12 caps for England. Believe it or not, John Curtis has 12 caps for England. And of course, Damien Duff. This guy was quality, wasn't he? He was an absolute fantastic player for Blackburn. I remember going up to Blackburn one year and facing him on the left flank and then Keith Gillespie on the right flank, and they absolutely torched us for 45 minutes. And also led by Paulo Wanchop, who's got 11 goals so far this season. He obviously used to play for us in the very first season of the save. He's partnered next to Marcus Bent. All right, who they have? Colin Cameron too. He's not playing. Why isn't he playing? He should be playing. He's a good player. All right, so here we go in today's game. Oh yeah, this is the lineup. We're going to go as Axon in goal, Duff, Victory, and Dyer, Mexis, Pearson, Colstrom, Welsh, Crouch, Sazoko, Kerr. Unfortunately, Madeira is still injured. A calls in the chat as well to start Tonton Zola Makoko at the attacking midfield role alongside Pearson and Kerr. So you might see that in today's episode. You may not. All right, so all right, let's get off to it. Let's get this episode off the flyer. Obviously, we got won a few games in a row last episode. We're actually up to 5th place in the table. Dizzy heights. Might start to get nosebleeds being this high. But we're doing really well. The only thing we're not doing well on is at the back line still. We're still conceding far too many goals. As far as scoring goals, it's not a problem. We're the highest goal scorers in the Premier League. All right, come on. Let's see if we can get a goal here before half-time. That would be great. So there it is. Mark Kerr get in there. He's performed much better since coming back in the team. I dropped him for a while, and ever since he came back, he's been really good, honestly. He's put our differences aside, and he's done well. Speaking of conceding goals, that's a crappy one there. Marcus Bent getting a goal just before halftime. All right, going in the second half. Peter Crouch is struggling. He's still struggling. Honestly, if I find some better... I mean, I've got better players in the squad. Oh, for fuck's sake. 2-1 down already. All right, come on, boys. Again, we've got goals in this, so we just got to try and get back in this. There it is. Maxim Sazoko. Obviously, this guy's been absolutely amazing. I don't know how he hasn't got a single cap for Belarus yet. He's got 21 goals now this season in 25 appearances, 13 assists to his name. He's just been absolutely immense. How is he not an international player is absolutely beyond me. All right, so yeah, let's make a change. Peter Crouch is struggling. He really can't get anything going. So I'm going to bring on Tonton Zola Makoko. He's a bit better on the dribble in front, I believe. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, 20, Jesus. Running with the ball Yep, Tauntaun should absolutely run with the ball. All right, so. All right, got 20 minutes now to try and get a winner here if we possibly can. Or they might get a winner. Marcus Bent. Oh, talking shit about. There's Tauntaun Zolomakoko. Get in there. Get in there, Tauntaun. This has been one hell of a game, to be honest with you. Very back and forth. 3-3. Honestly, you could say that's the fair result, to be honest with you. We actually moved up to 4th in the table as well. Obviously, we're too far behind now for Manchester United to even think about catching them up. And honestly, possibly even 2nd, definitely, possibly even 3rd as well. This is unbelievable, right? Rivalries mattered back in the day, and Lee Roach would not sign for me. I've tried to sign him multiple times, and he won't sign for me, but he will sign for Stockport, who play in Division 1. He'll sign for them, but he won't sign for us. I mean, that's how seriously they took rivalries back in the early 2000s. So yeah, he signed for Stockport for 1.4 million. So I have not got hold of Lee Roach, unfortunately. All right. We gave Lagmir a new deal. He had a release clause in there, and he's going to be a pretty solid player for someone. So I just tied him up for another couple of years, and we might try and sell him on to make some money. All right. Okaranko has agreed to join the club. He'll actually join us 15th of February, so next month. That's crazy. That'd be a really, really good addition to the second half of the campaign, having someone like Okaranko there. And there were calls in the chat as well to move Ndiaye to a holding midfield role. That's now an option to me. I can also play Okaranko at right back and left back as well. So plenty of options. Now here's a big decision. So early in the season, I dropped Chiotis, who has been poor, and I played some with Zackerson, who has been pretty good. I mean, he only got 6 in the last game, but apart from that, he's been markedly pretty good, to be honest with you. So it's going to be... It's difficult, because these two are very talented goalkeepers in the game, and I know Marcos has been rated very highly by a lot of you in the chat. That's a lot of money for a goalkeeper, and considering we have 2 decent ones on the books already, I could just ride it out. Man, this is tough. I'm not going to lie. This is really, really tough. Okay. All right, I'm going to delay it 1 week. I'm going to see if I can delay this transfer 1 week and just think about it. Just because, honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's really tough because obviously, I mean, Zackerson's a decent young goalkeeper, really good young goalkeeper, and Chiotis, we know how this guy's a legend in chat, man. I mean, they could just be victim of circumstances, and it just could be the back line in front of them not doing their job and making it hard for them, which is why they've kind of underperformed. And I mean, again, £8 million is so much money for a goalkeeper, especially when we have 2 decent ones on the books, or at least will be decent in time. It's honestly, I'm leaning towards not signing him for £8 million. That was probably a mistake. All right, so Peter Crouch is wanted by who? Middlesbrough. Honestly, he can go, because I'm kind of done with him. He hasn't lived up to any expectation. He doesn't live up to any of the expectations I set for him when he signed. He's got a hatful of goals for Pompey in the first season. He was kind of joint top goal scorer with Tom Madeira. Came to me, and he's just been not very good. He hasn't fit this style of play that I have at all. So going into today's game, what we're going to do is Tauntaun is going to come on, obviously. Instead, I'm not even going to play Peter Crouch on the bench. I'm going to be that much of a heartless bastard. So run with the ball. You need to switch that around now. Yep, there you go. Tauntaun, definitely. His dribbling skills are exceptional. So, all right. Honestly, if Middlesbrough coming for a bid for him, he can definitely leave. So Bakis comes on the bench today too for the first time ever since joining us on a free transfer. He's been hampered by injuries in this save, unfortunately for him. We'll try and make the most of his ability. We know how good that guy is. All right, so come on. Tauntaun Zulu gets on the score sheet. Get in there. 2 goals and 2 now for him for this episode. So he's starting to repay my faith a little bit, playing him over Peter Crouch. All right, come on, boys. West Ham away. I remember West Ham a pretty decent side at one point. Yeah, I got Jermaine Defoe there. Paulo Diakianco. He's a good player in this game. Alan Martin is another very solid player. They've got some really nice players here. And we got a second goal. There it is. Maxime Sissoko getting another goal. He can't stop scoring. Titi Kamara used to play for Southampton for a little bit. David Unsworth just been relieved of his duties of Everton today. Got a bit of a harsh rap, honestly. Nice guy, obviously, but he just wasn't up to the task at manager at Everton. And honestly, the Sam Allardyce appointment makes too much sense for Everton. It really does. I mean, you haven't got to like the guy, but we know his track record in overachieving with teams that are struggling, and Everton definitely fit that category. All right, so halftime, 2-0, dominating. Things really couldn't get much better. So start the second half. I'm not going to make any changes. Take a look at the condition, though, real quick. Everyone looks pretty solid, to be honest with you. Haven't we got any forced to make any changes? I will make some changes, but not forced upon me. I'm going to say, if they scored there, then that would have made things a bit more interesting. I'm going to make a change real quick. All right, so let's bring off Mark Kerr. Let's bring on Jonas. He can play central. And let's bring off Karlström. Let's give Bakasioglu a little run out today for his debut. Why not? Why not, indeed? Get him a run out. Be beneficial for him in the long run to play more games anyway. Okay, so here we go. 86 minutes. 5 minutes to go in this game. Looks like we're going to win this pretty comfortably. Where are we sitting at the table? 4th place right now still. So that's good. We're going strong. And we're starting to create a little bit of a gap between us and Liverpool in 8th position. They're having a really poor season, aren't they? All right, so very comfortable win. 2-0. Very happy with that performance away from home as well. Everyone putting a decent shift in. Stephen Pearson getting a 9. He's been really good. He's been a really good signing. 7.25 million. Thought I overpaid for him a little bit. But now he's here. I'm delighted to have him. Welsh is banned for 1 game. That's not a big deal. All right, so Landon Donovan's bid has been accepted. Okay, so this makes things, again, a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? Because we know Landon Donovan is a very creative, very talented forward in this game. He can play that attacking midfield role, and he can also play up top. 900,000. He's got a release clause? No. Why are you only bidding 900,000? This guy's worth a lot more than that. Reject that. Nope. All right. Moving forward. Okay, so work permit. Okay, we got to wait for the work permit on Landon. Has he played recently for America? Yeah. He's probably a regular. He's a star player, in fact. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem getting a work permit for him. All right, so we've just got to bide our time now and wait to hear. All right, so here we go. Marcus. It's probably going to be a mistake, but no. I'm not going to sign him. I've cancelled the deal. I'm sure a lot of you out there will be going like, why are you cancelling the deal? I just, honestly, that's too much money for a player that didn't perform well last season. He's 29 years old. I've got 2 younger goalkeepers that can potentially be as good, if not better than him. I'm just better served sticking with what I got just for now. At the start of the season, yeah, absolutely, I was looking around for to replace them temporarily. And Marcos for 8 million, it wasn't the kind of money I wanted to spend, to be honest with you. All right, so Tom Madeira, he's back for full training. That's a boost. And then Freddie Risp, bid for him for 1.1 million. I like Freddie Risp. I'm going to keep him around. He's a decent backup player. But obviously, if he starts to kick up a fuss about not playing, then I will move him on. All right, so going into this game, any changes? Who we're up against? Colchester away. I'm going to rest some players. I'm going to try something different today. Okay, so what we got? We got Chiotis. We'll go Chiotis in goal. Left back, we'll do Corneliusson. Right back. Who we got? Do we have anyone in the reserves that wants a game? Nope. Doesn't mean. Nope. Okay, whatever. Right back, we'll go with Olsen. Why not? We'll go with Olsen there. We'll do Risp and we'll do Hagen through the middle. Holding midfielder, we'll do Hack and Mild. Attacking midfielders today, we'll do Bakasioglu, Eriksson, and then we'll do Farnwood. Pedrag. Nah, he's garbage, isn't he? Gotta try and sell him. Again, he's another player that's been kind of hanging around. He's not going to get much of a game. So I put him on a transfer list. A couple of players, a couple of teams are interested, Blackburn in particular. Up top, we'll do Jorgensen. See if we can get a goal today. And Lagmere, why not? We'll think outside the box. Clay Farnood up top instead. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do Jorgensen midfield. We'll do Farnood up top. All right, so, and then we'll go to our reserves and we'll pick some players in the reserve. So we'll just do Zackerson because I've got no spare goalkeeper. We'll do Peters because he is a young player. Let's do Pedrag. No, let's not do Pedrag. Let's do Eunice, London, Darryl Prophet. Nah, Richard Sadlier. Yeah, let's do Sadlier. Hasn't had much of a look. A bit harsher, to be honest with you. And let's do Sean White Phillips as well. All right, so that team should comfortably beat Colchester. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. All right, so perfect. Everything looks good. Let's get going. This should be a comfortable win. I shouldn't have to worry too much about too much squad rotation, which is a problem in modern day Football Manager games. If you haven't noticed, when you try and rotate the squad out to play a weaker side, a lot of the time it'll backfire. And I'm starting to wonder if that's done on purpose in Football Manager to stop you from doing that. Finally, he's had a good game so far. 2 goals to his name, which is pleasing. Playing up top alongside Frederick Lagmere today. Never thought I'd see those two play up top by themselves, but here we are. All right, yeah, things are going well. Good start to the game. 60 minutes in. Let's make a change. Who should we bring off? Let's bring off Lagmere. Let's bring on Sean White Phillips. Question mark? Maybe Sadlier? Yeah, Sean White's fine. Peters. Let's bring on Jamie Peters, because why not? What's his best position now? This is a really good question. Because he's only 16 years old. He's got strength is excellent. Jumping's good. Determination is good. Decision making is not good. Off the ball, no. Positioning's okay. It feels like he might be a centre half or maybe a centre midfielder, like a holding centre midfielder. So with that in mind, let's bring off Hagen. Let's bring on Peters, play alongside Risp. Why not? Get him some game time. I'm not quite sure what his best position is yet, though. I might have to wait a year or two to see what kind of player he turns into. Again, he's kind of a little side project for me, just to see how quickly I can develop into a regular kind of first team rotation player or talent. All right, so decent performance, solid, nothing spectacular. Good to see that Alexander getting on the score sheet a couple times, which is good because he needs it. He's a good player, just haven't had much of a chance, so it's good to see he delivers when given the opportunity. All right, so now we're going to play Tranmere Rovers in the next round. So that's actually a very favourable draw. We are playing at home as well, so that's a good draw for us. All right, so 18 minutes on the clock. Let's do this as our last episode of the game, so we'll clear this squad real quick, get rid of the reserves because it's messy. All right, perfect. So in goal, we'll do Zackerson, of course. Victory, Mike Duff, Mexis, and Dyer. Welsh, he hasn't been suspended quite yet. It's coming up in the near future. And then attacking midfield, we'll do Pearson, Mark Kerr, and who did we have last time? Who was it last time? It was Karlstrom, correct? Yeah, Kim's been playing there, starting there recently. Tumadou is back, so we could play Makoko in there. We'll do Makoko in there, and then we'll do Madeira and Sissoko up top, who haven't really formed that dynamic strike partnership I was hoping for thus far. They're doing well, just not as well as I would have hoped. So on the bench, we'll do Chiotis, could do Hagen or Callahan. Or Callahan could play right back, so we'll do that. Midfield spare, we'll do, I don't know, Lundin, Karlstrom, and then Crouch, Farnerud, Bakasioglu, Jorgensen. We'll do Farnerud, reward him for that 2 goals midweek with a spot on the bench. All right, so Tomader takes the armband today. We're up against Chelsea. Very tough game. Chelsea are 1 place below us in the table, so a top-of-the-table clash between 2 of the big boys. Hopefully we get a positive result today and stay above them, because there aren't many games left to go in this season, and they get an early goal here. Stefan Selakovic. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Selakovic. Sounds right. All right, come on, boys. We're knocking on the door. I'm seeing we're getting opportunities here. And so far it's been pretty even. Tombadou is struggling out there. Not a surprise, he always struggles. Let's change those two up top, because I'm pretty sure Sissoko has been doing well from the left side. And Tombadou is occupying that spot right now. Welsh is struggling. Let's bring him off. Let's bring on Eunice instead. Mark Kerr can drop into the hole. Not natural there, but he can do a good job. Alright, come on, boys. Get in there, Maxim Sissoko. Move him to the left, it works. See, I do pay attention to the tactics. Get in there. Oh, awesome. So happy when a move pays off. I mean, I feel like that move paid off. I mean, he's done so well from that spot. I mean, I'm just glad I actually noticed the fact that he usually plays on the left, and we moved him there, and it had a positive impact. So, let's bring on Alexander Farud. Let's give the captaincy to Victory, I guess. Jamie Victory, sure. Perfect. All right, so we just got a few minutes now to hold on. Okay, a few minutes, hold on to a draw. All right, come on, boys. Get in. See if we can snatch a late winner. London. Oh, the name. That was really close. I get the impression that was really close. Final whistle, 2-2. That's not a bad result, to be honest. If you 2-2 at 2-2 at home to Chelsea, that's actually pretty good result. So with that result, though, it does keep us in touch and distance of Arsenal, who are third place, and a little bit tight at the top. Yeah, and it can be anywhere between 4th to 8th right now. Looks like Sunderland are backing off a little bit now. We're backing off. The 9 points behind us now, so it's unlikely they're going to catch us. All right. Yeah, honestly, pretty good episode. Had some many nice positive results. Going forward, I mean, yeah, that was a pretty good episode, actually, to be honest with you. Conceded too many goals in the Blackburn game. That was a bit frustrating. But apart from that, some nice games. Didn't sign anyone. We agreed to FIFA Okaranko. Of course, he's going to be signing for us next month. And obviously, in the future as well, we're trying to move on some talent as well, just because, honestly, they're just not good enough on it to be with us right now. And I just don't want... I don't want to crowd the team too much. All right, so yeah, honestly, if they come in for a bid for Peter Crouch, I'm going to accept it. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, maybe a like on the video. And if you want to see more videos by me in the future, please hit subscribe, turn notifications on. Follow me on Twitter so you know when these videos do go live. And thank you once again for your support in this save. It's been awesome interacting with you guys out in the community. This save wouldn't be continuing as long as it has done if it wasn't for your support and your interactions. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.